Well, joining us now, 776 founding partner Katelin Holloway, who led the seed round and is joining Interlune's board of directors. She is also a former executive at Reddit. It's so great to have you on the show. Welcome.
Well, thank you so much, Morgan. I'm glad to be here.
This is a literal moonshot. And when I think about something like natural resources on the moon, we've been talking about it for a long time. And even in the case of Interlune, this is going to take a number of years to really ramp up and realize revenue. So why make this investment and why do so now?
You know, I love that you're using my favorite pun, moonshot, because it literally is one in this particular case. But when I tell you that I had been searching for this company for years, I'm not kidding. So once upon a time, I used to work at Pixar Animation Studios. And ever since I began work on the film WALL-E, and this was back in, I think, 2006 or so, I have just been obsessed with how our species was going to responsibly manage the impact we were having on our planet and sustainably expand our exploration into space. I fundamentally believe that those two things can coexist. And so flash forward 18 years later, having evolved my own career from film to early stage investing, I had a very real opportunity to fund the perfect space tech meet climate tech company in Interlune. So we are very, very excited to partner with this team.
Okay. I mean, we've seen, and this has been particularly true, I think, among the growth stage companies, other than those that are involved in AI right now. I mean, funding has been a little bit tougher to come by these last couple of years. We've seen a lot of re-rating of valuations lower as well. But it's my understanding that seed stage companies right now are actually starting to see a pickup in terms of funding and activity and demand. Is that the case?
Absolutely. I think the growth stage has had a more challenging time, particularly over the last year. And to your point, excluding AI. But we are definitely seeing a ton of action out there. I think that a lot of early stage venture firms are really seeing an opportunity to capitalize and partner with some of the very best founders that are out to change the world for the long term and the long haul. And so I think it's a really exciting time to be in early stage, but particularly if you're early stage and you're looking at and interested in sectors and industries that I think maybe have maybe been out of style or maybe not within a hype cycle for some time or are brand new, like climate tech, space tech. You're seeing hardware, biotech, cybersecurity is on the rise again. So there are a lot of really interesting sectors that early stage investors have their eye on.
Katelin, I know one of the areas that you guys at 776 are looking at is the creator economy. One could argue at this point with what's happened and what continues to happen in media that there is no creator economy unless you're a huge platform already or you're Mr. Beast. What's the argument on the other side that there is?
Well, I appreciate you giving space for the other side because I think it's pretty big. Nice to see you, John. I am a very, very firm believer that this world should have space and create platforms for people who are very good at what they do, who are passionate about what they do, to be able to share that with the world and supplement their income. I started my career as a teacher in my early years. I was a public educator. And the idea that I could have potentially used a skill that I had otherwise to help make ends meet in those early years of being a young professional could have been very life-changing. And so, here in the 776 portfolio, we have a lot of companies that are not just playing to the big influencers, creators that exist in the space. Like Intro, places where you can connect with experts and actually not only it's a double-sided marketplace. So you have users coming that are looking for advice, and expertise, and you have the experts who are supplementing their income. So I think it's very much alive and kicking.
Okay, very quickly, I have to ask you, since you were an early executive Reddit and you did help build the force there, company's about to go public next week. Your thoughts?
Oh, it's very exciting. This marks the great breaking of the seal, does it not? I think, all in all, Reddit folks aside, who I know are very excited about this journey, it's been an incredibly transformative several years for this organization. I myself feel very privileged and count myself lucky to have been a part of it, in part because I got to meet Alexis, who is now my business partner here at 776. But I think the signal is a great and very interesting opportunity for the entire tech market. And so we're really excited to see how it goes. We'll be playing along with everyone else.